All right, AOA podcast back for another episode. Frankie C is in the house. What up, big dog?
What is going on?
Not a lot, but we got fun stuff to talk about.
This stuff doesn't look fun.
Well, our old pal, we get to get in touch with our old pal, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is still ratting on people in prison, and she's Prison Karen. She's gotten the name Prison Karen. Topic.
I guess better than other nicknames she could be getting.
That's true, or
should
deserves. Yeah. Paul Topic, he's on it today. Gilgo Beach killer. There was an arrest made in this crazy serial killer chase.
I don't think you spelled serial right.
I don't think any of it's right, man. I don't think any of it's right. And Britney Spears has a book coming out. Also, Paul has produced
also a misspelling
of this show. What spelling?
Misspelling on Britney Spears. 1 2, buddy.
Spelling's not going to be good on this episode. I got news for everybody, but
it's 1 out of 3. You got right.
Episode nonetheless.
Hang in there, buddy.
1 out of 3.
It's Friday.
Again, we had a mistake in dosage, miscalculation of dosage. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. So apologies if this show
sorry
lacks
about the whole thing.
Whatever Anthony brings to the show, if it lacks that.
I got it. Listen, I'm ready to go. All right, listen. Prison Karen, our Ghislaine Maxwell, who's in prison for 20 years, way too short. She ratted.
I feel like she's halfway through already.
I know, it's crazy, right? She ratted out somebody, which got her into some trouble. Now she has ratted out a transgender bunkmate. And what is she ratting about? Ghislaine was upset that this transgender bunkmate was having sexual activities on the top bunk in the middle of the night.
With herself?
Somebody else. That's what I thought.
I see.
Yeah.
I didn't think cells were just open like that. You just walk in and out.
So according to this low risk security prison in Florida where she is, supposedly they sleep like 4 to like a room, but the doors are open.
That's weird.
So people can kind of come in and out of rooms.
Camp?
So by the way, the transgender bunkmate, I love this name. Do you know his or her nickname is?
Her name?
Her name? Well, no, I don't know. Yes, it was. Yes, you're probably
women's
right.
Prison, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, nickname. You ready?
Hit me.
Batman. That's a nickname. That is a good prison nickname.
It's a confusing name.
No, but it's like
Batgirl,
Batman,
Batwoman.
Oh, but yeah. Well, I don't know. Listen.
All right.
It's all fluid these days. Am I right, my man?
I guess so.
There's no rules.
All right. So she's ratting on people in jail. I mean, she's probably hoping to get like some good behavior bullshit.
Probably, right?
Early.
Yeah. So it started because Batman would hang Batman's shorts on like the railing, like, because top bunk. Uh-huh. So it started with that. And then when the other woman snuck in and they had the late night action, she went and told. I don't know if you should be squealing. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, they got a shiv, or
something dangerous. But if they're just messing around, let them mess around.
Let them mess around.
I know that's going to be against policies, but who gives a shit?
It's prison.
It's prison.
It's a big deal.
I get it. I bet she's going for that good behavior, early release crap, and she's trying to suck up to the higher ups and the people in charge, and that's her deal. That's her angle. I'm sure. Her lawyers are probably like, yeah, just you rat on a few people, you get some time off, but that can't be good. Not that I give a shit, safety wise for her.
No, somebody's gonna. It's a low risk prison, but Batman didn't get that nickname in prison. That was a nickname. So I would imagine there's some rough people in there.
Yeah,
that might knock our block off one day.
Is this minimum security?
Yeah.
How is someone like that in a minimum security thing?
You know, it is a great question because she's a horrible, terrible person who did awful things.
What are we doing here?
Wields lots of power, and you're right, but I don't think she's physically imposing, so that's maybe why. Who knows?
I don't care what she, but what she did deserves to go, somewhere a little harsher. Someone said someone said Paul said in the chat, bitch has it way too good.
Right?
I mean, she's teaching classes or whatever the hell she's doing. She's leading, she's like part of groups and stuff like that. I mean,
So they move Batman out after she rats, and the next person that comes in within a day complains that somebody in their little group has stinky feeties.
She ratted on someone because they have stinky feet?
No, the new cellmate that came in was like, Ghislaine's got smelly feet. Like, you got to get me out of here. This woman's feet stinks.
Ugh.
Could you imagine disgusting, sweaty Ghislaine Maxwell feet?
Come on now.
Gross.
I just can't. All right, so Will says she gets minimum to low security because it's her first time in prison. I mean, I guess. But, like, it could be a serial killer's first time in prison, they get minimum security? I don't, it should be based on the crime? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come back to us.
Too many things happen. I'll tell you what happened. Sarah put this question out, and a lot of jokes came in. A lot of just rhyming.
Oh boy.
And it overloaded the system a little. That's all. That happens. It's no big deal.
Okay. You just had like an error 404 message.
Just a little 404.
Right all over your face. You might as well have been that screen.
I'm working on a new character, Frank, and this new character just calls people cucumber.
What?
Like this. Like it's a little Norm Macdonald, then you gotta go like this. Okay, cucumber. What do you think? Scene.
I would, workshop that a little bit. Maybe.
Listen, every SNL character didn't break on his first time out. Sometimes it took, sometimes it takes a little revisit. Let's let it out there and see what it does.
I feel like by the fourth cucumber, I'm going to want to punch you in the face. I can't imagine it being funnier than the very first time you hear it.
No, we don't want that cucumber.
You see?
See what I'm saying?
The rage is building already. I can't abide by this cucumber thing.
All right, that's Ghislaine Maxwell. Gilgo Beach serial killer arrested today. Actually,
two ways to spell cereal. You got none of them.
Are you sure it's not? That's the way.
I'm pretty sure.
Did I misspell it twice? Oh, I didn't put it in the other one. I wasn't confident enough.
You are gone, buddy.
No, I'm all right. We're gonna be just fine.
Right.
The Gilgo Beach serial killer.
Yes. So they got this guy, apparently, right?
The whole story is very strange. So here on Long Island, we have the big island, which most people know, and then maybe what you might not know is there's a little skinny island underneath, right?
Yeah, south. Yeah.
And that is, so there's technically like a bay,
like a barrier island kind of a thing.
It's a barrier island, yeah, but it's a bay. It creates a bay, and anyway, so by one of those is really just kind of marshy. You might have houses in some spots, and some spots just kind of like marshy messness. A couple of years ago, this girl who was a admitted sex offender, sex worker.
Not offender, just
Ghislaine Maxwell. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sex worker.
Right.
She calls the cops. She fears she's going to get murdered. But nobody knows what happens. She's murdered. So that happens. Then they go, oh, there's another body near here. They find 3 more bodies. Right. And they're all were supposed alleged connected sex workers.
Right.
So because of that fact alone, now you have a common thread through all these murders, so it becomes a serial killer issue. This happened in 2010, I think. They they started discovering all the bodies. And then it took a little while, but they discovered 3. And I know they did a huge sweep of the area, but it was always like, oh, who knows if there's just more somewhere else,
Right.
They still may have not have found more. It might be more than 3. Who knows? For years.
Yeah, they've been going back, what, 10, maybe 10 years?
13 years, yeah.
13
at least.
years, okay.
Yeah. So for years, there would be rumors about the Gilgo Beach killer, the Gilgo Beach killer. There was this whole big rumor going around that it was the police commissioner of Suffolk County at the time. A lot of people still believe that, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this morning, the news starts to break that they arrested the man in connection with the murders, and his name is Rex Harriman. And he lived in Massapequa Park, which is not too far from where the bodies were dumped.
Yeah.
And it is literally 10 minutes away from where Frank lives.
Yeah,
not even.
That's not great.
And like all the neighbors have been on the news all day, and it's true. And like Frank is like, oh, he's in it just as much as all the people that were on the news today, which is like, you had somebody, this, by the way, this guy is an architect and working in New York City.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably making $250,000 a year.
Right.
Some kind of crazy money. Married father, 2 children, white picket fence, kind of a block here in Long Island. Who the hell would see that coming?
I mean, I guess serial killer, that's the thing. When you have, like, what's his name? Was it Ted Bundy? Nobody's, good looking guy. I got the right guy. Ted Bundy, I think, was everybody thought good looking. He was kind of, people described him as a nice person when you first meet,
Yeah.
And who would have thought that all this crazy shit? So it's like I feel like with the serial killers, they've got this, alternate life that they just, it's one of those you never suspect, holy shit, that this person is capable of doing that. So, I mean, how often, like, how many times have we, passed this guy's house? I don't know,
It's just so scary, though, because everybody says the same thing. Oh, they were so quiet. You'd never have known they were there. And that's what's so eerie for us and uncomfortable for us is it could be anybody. And we hate that. That's why it's such a shock when it's somebody like that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But, this guy, I wonder how, what drew them, what evidence, what they got on this guy, and if it's gonna stick. I hope.
Yeah,
I hope they got him. I hope this is the guy.
Well, they're saying the major. It's again. So, if you're really interested in this topic, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast because we're gonna do like a deeper dive with background and everything else because it's a massive story and we couldn't do it all in this particular episode. But we have to actually talk about it because we're probably gonna dive into this story because there's so much to it. There's corruption, there's murder, there's prostitution. Like it's got every element that everybody would be interested in hearing. So it's a much bigger topic. We'll talk about it in the future fully. Make sure you're subscribed or following us and liking and sharing and all that stuff. But the thing is they say that there was a pizza box or something at the scene of the crime. And
okay. Well, that drew them to like where that box was sold, like to the area, I guess.
DNA, I think. No, I think it was they pulled DNA off
or something
off the pizza.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, that's what I assume. But that's why I'm saying like I want to do a deep dive. Like that all needs to get confirmed. Today was the crazy first day where everybody was just gathering facts together, and then everything is going to eventually be corrected, and
Yeah, if they got this, I mean, how old is this pizza box? When did they find it? And if they found, because there hasn't, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know when the last time they found someone, like it's been a little while, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's been 2010. I think they found them all within a couple of months of each other in 2010.
Okay. So, how long have they had this pizza box, and why did it take so long to get the DNA?
Who knows? They were just waiting for the I don't know.
Yeah,
no idea.
Interesting.
But that's what they said. A lot of the reports out there today was this pizza box that they found, and they were able to match it together. Couple weird things. Again, besides the fact that this guy literally lived 5 minutes away from where Frank is right now.
All right, it was 10 minutes a minute ago. Let's keep it at 10.
It's next door, but I don't want to make you feel bad about it. You had to see the neighbors. They were like, who would? Well, this one woman was like crying. She's like, I can't believe it. And it's like, you're right. You're not overreacting. Like, it could have been you.
Yeah. I mean, it was. I think all the victims were sex workers, right?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy lived in Massapequa Park. I mean, I'm trying. It's blowing my mind how close, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fucking Danny Baldwin is like, okay, we graduated high school together.
That's weird. Could you imagine you went to high school with someone? You go, oh shit, I sat next to that guy. It's weird shit to think about.
It is super weird.
Blows your mind every now and then, something like that.
Because again, like you said, he had a type in sex workers, but it could have been anybody if you flew off the fucking handle.
What's to stop him? Someone who has the capability of doing something so horrendous.
Yeah.
What's to stop them from moving on to another group of people or whoever?
Nothing really.
Man. Fucked up, man. But I'm glad. I hope this is the guy. Hope they got him.
Wait, I see, because I thought it was Frank too. I think Robin did as well. He said here, Frankie's standing in a hardware store line. Oh, you go ahead. I just have zip ties and duct tape.
Oh, hey.
That would be great.
Not cool. I read that before and I thought it was, oh, you go ahead. You just have. Yeah, it's you just have.
Oh, is it?
Duct tape. Oh, yeah, in other words, I'm letting the guy go ahead of me.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got close. I mean,
it's the guy.
Nice fuck right now, so it's kind of difficult.
Hey, it's blows your mind to think of how you could have come in contact with someone. You know what I mean? Like you pass someone on the street, or you're standing in line with someone, or they're sitting across, on the other side of a restaurant. Who knows who's around? It's crazy. It's insane to think about.
So weird to think about. Do you ever think about that though? Sometimes, like, you have a lot of people with it. You and I, we're in neighborhoods where there's like, I mean, if we screamed outside right now, 80 people, 100 people could probably hear us, respectively, either roughly, maybe 80. There's a lot of houses. You figure 40 houses.
And we got a kind of a tight knit block, sure.
20, 30 houses. Wait, what's going on in those houses right now? What are they doing over there?
I don't know.
What are they doing right now?
What the hell's happening here?
I mean,
it's weird. Do you ever watch? You ever see the movie Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart?
No.
Watch that movie. It's kind of about what you're talking about. The plot. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's an old movie though. The plot is it's a guy who breaks his leg. He's held up in a cast. And he's just confined to a wheelchair, and he's in his apartment, and he looks out his back window, and he thinks he sees a murder, like because there's apartment buildings right behind him, and there's all these.
I think I've heard
windows
this.
He could see. Yeah.
There's
all these it's been parodied a million times. It's been redone, but there's all these windows he could see, and he has a telescope and everything, and he suspects that one of the people across the way murdered his wife.
Oh man.
And the whole thing plays out, and he gets paranoid, and who's coming in and out. It's a really good movie. It's I gotta think. I think it was like the '60s it came out.
Really?
Maybe early '70s.
Oh, I think I'd love this. Is it color or black and white?
I think it was black and white, but I think it's color. It is color. I don't know if it was both. If it was black and white and they colorized it, but I think.
Listen, normally I don't believe you, Frank, but Jamie says it's a good movie, so
it really is. Thank you, Jamie.
I'm gonna choose to believe you guys.
Paul says one of my all-time favorites. See, it's a really good movie. You would like it.
I would love
thriller.
It. This is a good one. Damn it, it's moving too fast tonight, Frank. Paul, we're all just one dead hooker away. From being serial killers. Truer words, bro.
I mean, that's a little too soon. A little too soon.
What was that?
1954. Thank you, Aaron. That's when the movie came out.
You said 60s, 70s.
I said 60s because it's color. I think they colorized it. It was probably black and white when it was released in the 50s.
And they colorized it?
And when I saw it on TV, I saw it on like AMC or something back in the day.
God, I love AMC.
Yeah, and I think it was colorized.
Wait, we have to get back to what your neighbors are doing, but what was I just going to say?
Your neighbors, too. How the hell am I supposed to know what you were going to say?
Oh, shit, that's something so funny. Damn it. It was going to be so funny. Oh, man. Oh, no, it wasn't. Do you remember? Do you remember? Stop. Do you remember the movie? The movie with like Daniel Stern and Christian Slater. No, stop.
Daniel Stern and Christian Slater.
Yeah. And it was a movie about basically all these guys go out for a bachelor party and like and then they get
someone just mentioned it. Very Bad Things.
Is that what it is?
Someone mentioned it in the chat. Robin mentioned it.
How did you know that based off of my really piss poor?
You said Daniel Stern and Bachelor Party and Christian. I remember I put those three things together.
Erin said Very Bad Things.
She also said, you are gone, brother.
Is that the movie? Is it okay? Is this the movie when, and then they're like all like super nice guys and like things get out of hand. People start drinking. You know, it's a bachelor party. Remember the last episode? The guy from Long Island, a piece of shit. Anyway, they wind up, one of the guys agrees, like pays the dancer to have sex with him, and he kills her by accident.
Right.
But they were all there.
Yeah.
You're in a situation where you did nothing wrong and your idiot friend accidentally killed a hooker. Your wife, your girlfriend, your family, your work coworker, nobody's going to believe that you weren't, you didn't already have sex with her, or, that you're a nice guy. You're there. You're a bad person. But they're all friends. So
that's an immediate. I mean, and that's in a situation like that. That's an immediate call the cops, because you have to just. This is it.
They decide to cover it up, and like and then like all these awful things start happening. It's just a bad movie. That movie fucked me up.
That's a fucked up movie. That's
to
one
this
of those,
day. I always am like just super paranoid and terrified that like somebody's gonna do something bad near where I am, and I'm gonna get roped into it, and I'm just gonna fucking hate every second of it.
Well, that's classic New York. If you walk through New York and someone's doing some crazy shit, everybody's just walking along because they don't want to be involved. They just keep going, and that's your classic New York behavior.
Yeah,
I don't want to be involved. Nope, don't thank you.
I don't. I just hate that feeling. Like every single bachelor party we went to, thankfully, no hookers were killed.
No hookers were killed.
But every bachelor party I went to from that moment, I was like, I would have a moment in the night. This psychoanalyze me here for a second. This can't be normal behavior.
I think I got a pretty good beat on you so far. I don't think I need it. No further evidence. No more questions, Your Honor.
But I would have a moment like at the beginning of every one of those nights where I would be like, who do I have to stay away? Like, who's going to be the one to drag me down on this evening? Like, who is going to do something batshit crazy and get me involved in a crazy scheme?
If we all split up, who's the party I'm going with? Because it's going to be the wild ones or the mellow ones. I'm going with the mellow ones.
Be like, I don't want to get stuck on Ron's team. He's got a lot of issues and he's been drinking heavily all day long. This
could lead to something that I'm going to have to, it's not going to be good.
That kind of shit. I'm in strangely good control for the condition I'm in. What do you think your neighbors are doing right now? I'm terrified to think about what my neighbors are doing.
Everybody, I'm sure. My guess is the majority of them are just sitting on the couch watching TV or something.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, out of 100 houses,
okay,
right, 100 house radius from you, right now, somebody is pooping, somebody is peeing,
sure,
somebody is probably making something to eat, and somebody's probably eating.
Yeah.
Somebody's probably banging.
Could be.
Somebody's probably banging by themselves.
It also could be.
Right? I mean, you got to think all of those things are happening at every moment of the day within 100 house radius of where I'm standing.
Possibly. I mean, not all the time for all those things.
Maybe within a half hour, 15 quarter hour. What rating system are we going to use here?
I don't know, man.
Are we going to sweep the quarter hour?
I mean, do we need to involve like Boston University studies on this thing, or what are we doing?
I'm just saying, close by to you, within a half hour, somebody is doing like all of those things are occurring every.
Yeah, I mean, they're all possibilities. Sure. I mean, it's not like, what are the other? Those are the all typical.
Whatever you do,
thing.
Don't read Sarah's comment.
Oh boy.
Let's not acknowledge it.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Pretend like we saw that her husband's in Atlantic City for a bachelor party right now as we speak.
I'm not even. I don't know this person. I don't want to be involved.
Don't bring it up.
Whatever is going on there.
I'm sure everything is fine, like Frank was saying.
Right. Steak dinner, some gambling, in bed by 10.
You know what? Hold on a second. I just checked on Atlantic City on my smartwatch here, and everything is going great in the entire city.
Oh, good. See?
Not an issue in the world.
That's pretty good. That is a smartwatch.
Very, very smart. Yeah.
Very good.
Boy, Atlantic City. I mean, what a place that is. Am I right?
That's true. Paul wants to know if Cuddles is okay.
Cuddles is good. Yeah, she's good.
I'm gonna just take your word for that.
I got her a bottle of Pinot Noir.
Uh-huh.
Just having ourselves a lovely evening.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's Cuddles' birthday.
I was gonna say, happy birthday, Cuddles. Today is Cuddles' birthday.
Let me take the serial killer thing off the screen when we do this. Happy birthday, Cuddles.
Yes.
She's a good one.
She is. She's a keeper.
Don't tell her, but I am a big fan.
I assumed.
Yeah. How many times in a year do you look at your wife and you go, I don't know how I did this. I don't know how I pulled this off.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Once a month? Once a day?
More than that. What are you doing with me?
Yeah. What's wrong? I go like this to her. I go, what's wrong with you? Then I start to think, why am I with you if you have such poor judgment in husbands? You know?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what you were thinking, but I'll take it.
Seems weird.
Yeah.
And then she goes like this. She goes, I think I love you like more now than I did when we first got together. And I go, that's just because we have kids and you're in survival mode. We were at war together. This is the bond that can't be broken, you know? I mean, guys who fought in World War I are still like, hey, Freddie, like they're still tight, you know?
I don't know. World War I?
They're making it happen, believe you me.
Okay. I want to believe that there are some soldiers left from World War I.
I want to believe too. I want to believe too.
It's like 110 years ago.
Speaking of Monday, as we go do more on the Gilgo Beach,
yeah,
might have to apologize to some conservatives on the next episode.
Why is that?
There is I'll just say this. Google Ellen DeGeneres, Sandra Bullock, cream.
Crane?
Cream.
Google
that. And then get back to me on Monday, and then we'll talk about how bad certain problems are versus other, you know. That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
So subscribe. Tune in.
Sure.
We don't tune anymore. Click in? We should say click in.
Oh, you could tune.
You tune to a website?
You tune to a video.
We've actually been clicking. We haven't tuned in a really long time.
I feel like even turning the dial is that tuning in? I feel like tuning in is like ham radio stuff.
Yeah, but you're not even, because you're hitting the tune button, because you're not really turning a dial either.
No, I mean ham radio, where you have to like,
oh,
we have to like find a frequency. I feel like that's tuning in.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. That's the best ham radio impression on the internet right now.
Thank you.
In the world of podcasting, never has a person ever. It's so good.
You are gone.
It's so good. No, because you do the wind part of it too. Did anybody notice that? I pick up on the subtleties. He blew a little,
I try to throw some subtle stuff.
A little wind in there. That was that. Oh, that's so good. That's the best part. And he's even miming. He's miming his finger at the same time that he changes
mime
the
the finger, or else what are you doing? You just listen.
That's great. It's a great.
You're
impression.
an easy audience. You should do this every show.
No. Just because it's not hard for you to do doesn't mean it's not fantastic. Am I right, people? Clap it up for Frankie C.
Thank you.
He's the best. That's fucking great. Hey, let me tell you something. That's fucking great, Cucumber. Am I right? I mean, it's just good.
No. That needs to be retired right now. It had a nice half-hour run. That's it. It's over.
Okay, Cupcake. That's Larry. That's the Larry I'm working on. He calls everybody Cupcake.
I feel like that's taken. Someone says that.
Cupcake?
Cupcake is, I feel like, a normal thing. Cucumber was thinking outside of the box a little bit, but it's still stupid.
Do you remember Frank and I have done 17,000 versions of this show. But back in the earliest of days, we had a guy named Delicious.
I do remember.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Delicious.
That was college radio days.
Because we were so obsessed with Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David has this episode with Crazy Eyes Killer, this rapper. And he's like this crazy rich rapper who's dating Larry David's friend, and he meets him and they just start talking. They have these great funny exchanges. But at one moment in the episode, Larry David goes to Crazy Eyes Killer's house and he's got like a housekeeper. It was Delicious. So he yells, "Delicious." And we started calling this guy Delicious. Do you remember what his real name was?
No, I don't. Good guy. I remember him being a really nice person. I just don't remember his name.
He was a great guy. Fucking Delicious. That's always funny.
God. Where did that come from?
Because we started calling people Cupcake. It's just a weird Cupcake.
Stop with this wee stuff.
That's
this is you. This is all you. I have nothing to do with this cupcake cucumber bullshit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cucumber Cupcake. Write that down. That's the idea. That's what we're going to start making out of the bakery.
That sounds gross. So Britney Spears' book.
Britney Spears is coming out with a book, dude.
Is this a memoir of sorts?
Yeah. And she plugged the book, and Paul gave me the video today where like somebody's filming her where she normally twirls like 1,000 times. Instead, she just was like, "Oh, I'm coming out with a book." You would fucking hate it. You see her talking, and then all you hear is just the guy who's videoing is breathing so hard and heavy. It's all you fucking hear.
I would hate it because of that, but that's not a thing that gets to me. The chewing is what gets to me. Breathing, it would annoy me, but I wouldn't go crazy about it.
I thought you hated the breathing too. Not as much as the chewing, but I thought you hated the breathing.
I mean, it would get on my nerves like it would get on anybody else's, the breathing, but no, it's not. That's not a thing that drives me crazy.
It was so fucking annoying. But anyway, it's a tell-all memoir.
Okay.
Which also has an audiobook mystery.
Mystery?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It has an audiobook mystery.
Yeah.
End of sentence.
I'm guessing like
mystery what? Mystery. I mean, it's her life. It's not a mystery story, right?
Yeah, but it's around the audiobook, which I'm guessing has something to do with something being omitted.
What the hell are you talking about?
No,
something was omitted from the text that didn't make it to the audiobook, or vice versa.
Yep.
Like it something was omitted from the text that made it into the audio version.
Let's see here. Britney Spears is currently undecided over whether or not she'll record an audio version of her upcoming memoir.
Oh, it's not even recorded.
TMZ reported that that one theory of why the 41-year-old singer wouldn't want to personally record the audio is simply that she feels it's too much to record 288 pages worth of her controversial life story.
What do you mean too much? Stuff like that is they're recording audiobooks every day.
Like she can't read it? Is that what it is?
Oh, she doesn't have to do it. She gets someone else to read it.
Yeah, but that's a little weird. It's better when you read it.
Yeah, but if you want to get a professional...
Erin's going to have to do that. She's going to be able to read all that stuff? That's a lot.
It's the next step. We got to do that audiobook. Totally.
Oh, my God. It's a lot of reading.
Have you started the book yet?
I've got news for you. That's a lot of writing.
It is a lot of writing.
I mean, I don't know how she did it.
Oval.
That's a lot.
It's great. Pick it up, folks. Oval is available, and it's available on Amazon. Digital version, the Kindle version is available, and you can get the physical book mailed to you from Amazon. It's available today. So pick it up. Great summer read. It looks, I got to be honest, it looks like a long book, but it moves. You'll be turning pages really quick. So it's a really great read. So recommend it. Highly recommend it. There are people in the chat who have purchased the book already, and there's reviews online about it already, and it's all positive. So we appreciate that.
If you gave me 2 years to write a book, how many pages do you think I could churn out?
Well, are you doing other things, or you have 2 years off from everything else?
2 years off from everything else.
You'd probably get a good 50 pages done.
I was going to say, you'd probably have to call it a pamphlet. It might not even qualify as a book.
Yeah, nice book, maybe 2-3 short stories you'd have. That's what I'm thinking.
Could never do it. That's why it's so damn impressive.
Very, very impressive. Very proud of my wife, Erin.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we have Erin read Britney Spears' book, and then maybe Britney Spears will read Erin's book?
Is that, I don't know if that's legal. Can she do that? Can we?
You guys just trade.
Just read it on
In fact, I'd like to make it a movie first before you actually do it, because I think that's a hysterical rom-com.
What?
Erin, okay, picture this. New York City.
Here we go.
Erin's running, much like Anne Hathaway runs in Devil Wears Prada. Like, fun montage crossing the street, but oh my God, my outfit gets cuter every time we cut, you know? And also Britney Spears is twirling through the streets because they're late for their book reading. Then they get up to the floor, come out of the elevators, they turn to go into the studio. Boom, collision, books flying in the air. Everybody comes down. They get their stuff together. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go into the studios. Uh-oh. They have the other person's book.
So they're confusing each other's book when they pick it up.
But then they're like, I didn't want to read mine. I have hers. So maybe I will read hers and she will read mine. So also has elements of the holiday in it. Let's stay in each other's homes.
The holiday? Where the hell?
Yeah. Remember that? Come on, the holiday. You're a girl there that you love from The Mask. And
oh, I thought you meant just the general holidays. I didn't know you meant the holiday, the movie.
The holiday.
All right.
And Something About Mary. What's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
Thank you.
You're gone, brother.
No, that's what they do.
Okay.
They switch houses. And then so after, that's what I'm saying. It's the meet cute. They hit, boom, switch books. And now they're like, oh, I read your book today. I read your book today. This is crazy. We're like in each other's lives. Maybe we should switch flats for the duration. And they switch.
Are they in Europe?
No, but they're like, they're chill. We want this to play in European markets. So
there's the name. There's the title. Erin just came out.
My God, she's so good. She's so good. I mean,
there's the writer in the group.
Switch me, baby, one more time. I mean, now we got a greenlit film. That's what I'm talking about.
Cow. See that?
I'm going to tell you this right now. You know who I'm going to get in to write the screenplay? Not you, Mr. Negative. Don't believe in the project. I'm getting Switch Me, baby, one more time. We're going to have this is going to be Erin's second written project.
I'm on board.
No, we don't want you on board. We don't want your negativity on board.
That's fine. I'll drive
me and Erin, who I'm now going to call Switch Me, baby, one more time from here on out.
I'll drive her to the screening, to the premiere.
That's where it's at, and now they're living in each other's houses.
All right, I'm there. I'll see the
not
movie.
before Britney breaks up with what's his name? Ed something.
Sheeran?
No.
Norton?
Who did she break up with in 27 Dresses?
The hell do I know?
And he was also in The Holiday. He was the boyfriend. Ed Burns.
Oh,
nailed it. Britney breaks up with Ed Burns.
In there somewhere. Or else is it really a romantic comedy? Is this a romantic comedy? What is this? Did we lose you?
Am I here?
Oh, there you are.
It's 27 Dresses meets Freaky Friday meets Ocean's 13
meets Independence Day. Let's throw some aliens in there. What the hell?
Meets Jaws because the beaches are closed, which is why they decided to go read in the studio that day anyway because of the sharks.
It's a hot summer day. If you can't spend it at the beach, you spend it in a nice air-conditioned studio. I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. What do you think?
This is Pulitzer Prize stuff here. Oscar worthy.
Switch Me, baby, one more time. That's why they're subscribing.
How could you miss?
Jamie with maybe the most important comment of the episode. Happy birthday, Cuddles. Did I mention that I like her?
There were a lot of happy birthdays when we first mentioned it, just so you know. This was love it,
Oh, was
Jamie.
there?
Appreciate it. Just saying. Just so Anthony doesn't miss all the other ones.
Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out.
There were much more. So thank you, Jamie.
If your wife came to you and said, listen, I might have killed somebody in my past, how would you handle that? Like, that's how she starts the conversation. Like, listen, we need to talk.
My question would be, what do you mean might have? Did you or did you not?
Well, what if I mean, I don't know. It's a little hazy, but what if I did? Well, let's say I did. How would that affect the relationship?
I'd be like, tell me the story. Tell me what's going on. And that's
you need to hear the story to see where you're going with it all.
I'd want to know. You wouldn't want to know the story?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd want to know.
There's your other book. That's book number 3.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid Cuddles is going to say that to me one
day. You think? See, I don't think our wives or I don't know if anybody we know is capable.
Ever killed anybody?
If one of our friends or someone came up to you, I can't picture any of them going, a bunch of years ago this happened. I'd be like blown away.
Mm.
I can't picture any of them. Like if I feel like some people go, I could picture this guy. No.
Out of all the friends that we have, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, one guy kicked a homeless person while they were sleeping.
What?
That's pretty low. So
that's fucked up.
You don't know that story?
I don't think I do. Who? You'll tell me who it is later. That's fucked up.
The one from where the out by Chrissy's apartment.
What? That's Sopranos? What is
no,
that?
Goodfellas.
Oh.
When Billy Bats disappears and he goes, they're busting my balls. They can't find him. Yeah. And he's like, oh, the one up by Christie? And he goes, no. The one 3 blocks over, up where Christie used to live. He goes, yeah, it says his name is Billy Bats and he's missing. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember that random line. But
it was a good line.
Okay.
Where was I going though? Where was I before there? I don't know.
Dude, I don't know where you are, where you're going. So, all right, so Britney Spears is releasing a memoir book.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
it.
all about her conservatorship, and what is this, like a biography from the beginning kind of thing? Start of her
memoir.
fame and all that?
Yeah, isn't that what a memoir is?
Yeah, is it like a full? I don't know. Does a memoir? Where does a memoir start? Is it from?
Where does a memoir start and an autobiography finish? Because I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, I guess a memoir is all your accomplishments, and an autobiography is just doesn't have to be accomplishments. I guess it's just the story of your life.
I got to tell you, I'm in no condition to make this call, but I think that's really wrong.
It's better than your definition of I don't know where a memoir starts and an autobiography ends.
Thank God we have a fucking writer amidst us who can clear this up, and also a bunch of smart people. Right. But yeah, what's the difference between a memoir? You're saying a memoir is just all nice things like accomplishments?
I think accomplishments and like all highlights, basically. I think a memoir is like highlights of your life. And an autobiography, I think, is just a story, of everything that you can remember that's, like from when you were a kid to...
Let me tell you a story about Delicious and all his hopes and dreams. It's a good line, Robin. Remember Delicious? Where do you think he is right now? Delicious, probably. How many people do you think Delicious has killed?
I couldn't tell you, but I hope Delicious is successful at being as delicious as he can. The Delicious we all hoped he would be.
Do you remember Delicious? He was a sweetheart.
He was a sweetheart. Good guy.
Could you imagine if we hit back then and now we have to carry this guy Delicious? It was funny when we were in college in our young 20s. There would be a 45-year-old man right now going, I'm delicious. Like, I can't imagine that being a good thing.
Okay, so Laura, yes. Well, I think what we mean, Laura says an autobiography is written by the subject. Yes. But also, I think we mean biography as well. Biography, autobiography.
No, autobiography is you. I write about me.
You write about yourself. A biography, you write about another person.
Somebody writes about me, or you write about
memoir.
What's a memoir?
Memoir the same as an autobiography?
That's what we need to know. What's the difference? What makes it? What brings us from autobiography land to memoir world?
I don't know. That's probably something that could be Googled. Remember, what's his name? Pete Holmes has a thing about that. We used to just not know things and ask questions and talk about it, but now you could just Google it.
I know, it's so true. I always get annoyed sometimes when people argue about a fact, and I'm like, past 12 seconds, it's time to stop talking and take out your phone. Wasn't it 1927 this happened? No, I think it was 1929. I'm pretty sure it was 1927. No. Remember, right? Stop.
That's where it ends. Yeah, these days.
Google it.
Boom, got it. It's over.
There's no need.
Done.
There's no need to argue.
Just move on. It's over. But it's fun. It's if both parties don't know the answer, it is kind of fun to debate without looking it up. No?
Yeah, I guess so.
The back and forth of no, remember because this and that, and the other guys go, no, you're wrong. You're remembering the wrong thing.
I got to tell you something.
It's kind of fun.
I don't think anybody knows because we haven't gotten an answer yet. Oh wait, no.
We got a few. Yeah, we got a few. Vanessa, autobiography is the whole life. The other is a non-fixture part life. So parts, I guess.
A non-fixture part life. Wait, Vanessa has more.
A biography is someone else writes it for you, perhaps not requested, I think. Yeah, biography is written by someone about someone else.
Yeah, we know biography
is written about yourself. But what's the difference between those two things and a memoir? Aaron says, I think a memoir is a specific time. I think autobiography is whole life, but I'm wrong a lot.
You were with your marriage, I'll tell you that right now. Picked the wrong husband.
Douche. Jimmy Coca Pop, a memoir can be just a specific event or series of events. Biographies, autobiographies are more life stories. Okay, so see, I thought memoir was more like it's a whole the whole picture. Memoir, like it's goes back farther and gets into detail. Maybe memoir has to do with the length as well as content. That's what she said.
See, Sarah doesn't know. I love how many people I love that we've stumbled upon something nobody really kind of knows.
No, I'm surprised nobody here has. has Googled it yet.
I know. All right. That's what you could have even Googled it and gotten the answer. I fucking can't wait for Oppenheimer. It's going to be so good. Are we going to go together?
Not out yet?
No, the 27th or 21st.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go. I want to see Indiana Jones, too.
I don't want to see Indiana Jones.
Okay, Laura L. An autobiography covers the author's entire life, yes, from birth to publication. Memoirs only cover part of a life. It might be about a specific event or a set of specific dates from the author's life. Rosie Posey. A memoir is a nonfiction narrative in which the author shares their memories from a specific time period or reflects upon a string of themed occurrences throughout their life. Okay, so memoir.
So it's an edited autobiography.
Right. Yeah, I think I don't want to be, the I told you so guy, but I feel like I said memoir was the highlights and autobiography is the whole story.
You made it sound like it was only the good things.
Highlights. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, it could be bad stuff, but I don't mean I mean the highlights as in positive and negative, but it's just the standout stuff.
Because that's where my hesitation came from with that, because it's like you have to show the low point in order to show the accomplishment.
100%. But I think that's also, when I say highlights, I don't mean just the good stuff. I mean the stuff that stands out.
Oh, I think Bird might have the best one out of all.
Memoir covers more the why, autobiography covers how. But
that feels philosophical.
Which one covers when? No, I don't know.
When will then be now?
Soon. Yes. Indiana Jones was worse than the last one. Oh, that's not good. Misfit.
Oh, they just ruined that for you. Who said that?
Misfit jester. But he's a misfit jester, so I don't know if he's fucking with me.
Yeah, you can't mess with those misfits and those jesters.
He could just be messing with me. That's not cool.
Mm-hmm. Now you're not going in cold. That's tough. It's a tough look.
I heard ups and downs about the movie, but I gotta believe it's better than the last. The last movie was kind of stupid.
I thought that not Jonah Hill. Who's the skinnier Jonah Hill that's always in trouble?
Shia LaBeouf, the guy in
Shia LaBeouf. Good for you. See, you nailed it. See,
because you were thinking Indiana Jones. That's the only reason.
I thought he was supposed to be the new Indiana Jones, taking over the whole thing. That's the way they made it seem when they did that movie together.
No, well, it's his spoiler alert for.
No, don't. It's his son. Shit.
For the last movie.
Shia
LaBeouf. You didn't see that one?
No.
I'm not going to spoil it. I didn't say anything. There's a scene that addresses what you're talking about. That's all I'm saying.
Damn it.
Doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Shit.
I didn't like the last one. It was the worst out of the 4 that are out, or the first 3. Anyway, first 4.
I only have time to see one movie. I can't see that one because I got to go see The Sound of Freedom. Because America.
Is that showing? Is that in theaters?
It's in theaters.
All right.
Yeah. Hollywood doesn't want you to know about those kinds of theaters.
That's true.
Should we stand with the writers and now SAG-AFTRA in boycotting and protesting?
I mean, we could. We're not we're not in the union.
I know. I am a team player.
Okay.
I am a down with the big corporations kind of a guy.
What does that mean if we stand with them? We don't do the podcast?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think
we're
we do
really
it.
Writing anything.
We don't say anything.
And we're not acting.
No, but you're right. As you're talking, you're writing the line as you're saying it. That's writing to me.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You couldn't write an episode live in front of people. That's writing.
That's writing.
The only difference is it's not pen to paper. What we're doing is the same as pen to paper.
But it's not, though. I mean,
yes, it is. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, walking out my door is the same as flying, except I'm not in a plane. I mean, what are we talking about here?
It's too late in the episode to get into this.
I don't know what you're talking. Driving in a bus is the same as being on American Airlines, except I'm not.
No, it's just forms of communication. That's all it is.
Forms of travel. I mean,
no.
What are you talking about?
No, it's the same thing.
Writing. This is
writing.
So if we're having a conversation, what makes this writing as opposed to, let's say we shut the cameras and the microphones off. And
Okay, if I
to each other.
If I talk to you, am I communicating?
Yeah.
Okay. If I sign to you and you understand sign language, are we communicating?
Yeah.
So that's communication. It's two different things. One has volume, the other one doesn't.
I get that they're both forms of communication, but those are languages. You're speaking.
You're speaking, exactly. You're speaking.
You're not writing, though. You're talking, says Aaron. You're not writing anything.
But you're still, if I was, but it's the same thing, because if this was getting dictated and being typed out.
Yeah, but it isn't.
And then you could read it. Is that not writing?
Yeah, but it isn't. Yeah, a lot of things could be happening, but it isn't. I mean, if you were writing it down, would that be writing? Yeah. Well, we're not doing that.
That's not true, though. That's not true. That's writing, because you write something down and then you can read it. Okay, how do you interpret what the act of writing is?
It's coming up with things and putting it down and creating a story, or it's
okay. Does it matter how it gets put down, whether it's an actual pen to paper or if it's okay? Can I type with a typewriter, with a computer? Can I write with a computer?
Yes.
Pressing plastic keys so that a machine interprets that.
Yeah.
That's writing.
Yeah.
And then am I writing if I write down on a pen to a piece of paper?
Yeah.
If I take an Apple Pencil and put it to an iPad and write a sentence, am I writing?
Yeah.
So those are three distinct different actions.
Sure are.
Different ways of doing things, yet it's still writing.
Agreed.
Okay. If I send you a text message, did I write it?
Yes.
Got you. Thank you. So if I spoke to type into that phone, if I use the act of speaking, was I writing?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
thank you,
you're not
Miss
doing
Vito.
that now.
You have been a wonderful.
You haven't won your argument because we're not writing anything right now. We're talking about whatever, and I feel like if we wrote down the transcript of this episode,
that's writing.
We'd be writing it, but we're not. So I don't know.
But we are though. But like when our stuff goes on to like Instagram and TikTok, there's the thing, and there's a.
Yes, we're not writing that. Something is right. Instagram and TikTok is writing it down.
No, hold on. Is the pen writing or am I writing?
We're not writing. I'm not right. I'm sure shit not writing.
Is the pen writing or is the author writing?
What?
If I write a story, if I write a book on a pen to paper, going by your definition,
we're recording.
Am I writing or is the pen writing the book?
Both.
No.
You're using the pen to write.
I'm sorry, but you are an idiot. There is no way both. The book doesn't say John Grisham and Bic.
Well, you can't write down something without an instrument.
Michael Crichton and Papermate didn't write Jurassic Park.
All right, I can't have this conversation while you're high because you are off the rails.
No, I'm zoned in now.
You're creating, sure. We're creating content. We're not writing anything technically.
No, but my point is if the author is writing a book, it's not the instrument. The author is writing it.
Yeah, with the help of the instrument.
But if he's spoken to a tape recorder, okay, which a lot of people do this. If you speak into a tape recorder and somebody else types it out on the page, did you not write the book?
I mean, yeah, you did, but we're not doing that. I don't know we're not writing anything. We're just talking.
All right. If I took the transcript of this episode, which I did not physically type out, and I send it to a publisher and he goes, "This is great. I'm going to publish this as a book." Did we not write the book?
If that happens, then we wrote it, but we're not writing anything right now. We didn't record it on paper. We didn't create a book. We're just talking. So any form of talking, as long as it's recorded, is writing.
Any form. No, if I am talking with the idea of entertaining or informing you, I am writing. I am creating. I would be considered a writer. Let's go to Will here. It's shows like this one that makes this the best podcast on the YouTubes.
I don't know, man. I mean,
this is Frank and I's wheelhouse. This is our wheel.
We
our
started
wheelhouse?
this.
Wait,
wheelhouse.
Is it our wheelhouse or our wheelhouses? How many wheelhouses
are we in the
there?
same? Are we in the? Do we have one wheelhouse, or is it our own wheelhouses connected by a tunnel?
Do we have to be on the same block? Does it matter?
What the hell is a wheelhouse, by the way?
I don't know. I've never seen one.
Right.
Is it a house that wheels away, or does it have wheels?
I think it has wheels in it. I think it's like a thing with wheel, like a clock. You know, like it has those big wheels, cogs and stuff in it. I don't know, but my point is, we started conversations like this back in like 6th grade. That was the stupidest conversation. It was so. I felt 100% right, and you felt 100% right. And I hate to bring it up now because I feel like we're just going to get back into it.
No, that's not.
Because it was an insane conversation that was very philosophical, I have to say.
We were ahead of our time because didn't we talk about there was some update or somebody else made it an actual theory that they teach in schools now? We talked about that not that long ago, remember?
Yeah, but you know, if we had written it down, we could have wrote that theory. All right, but we didn't.
Such a good one. All right, we're going out on that because we're not going to do much better than that. It's a miracle we got this far. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's a good point.
Yeah. When are we
get that Oval book, baby?
Yeah, get Oval.
It's out there. It's for sale all around the world. Oceania got her copy, so it's available everywhere. It's on Amazon. Miss Justice put the link in the chat, and there's also the link in the description. I appreciate that. It's a great book, great read. Written by my wife, Erin. It's called Oval, a novel. It's available on Amazon.
When are we going to see Oppenheimer? I can't fucking wait.
I'm in. Let's go.
I don't think it's going to happen. You guys haven't. There's been no commitment yet. I think I'm going to get left out again.
Well, no. Well, the movie isn't even. It's a couple of weeks yet until it's out. We'll go.
Oppenheimer.
I'm in.
What was the one? Threat Level Midnight. What was the one that they?
Prognosis negative.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Prognosis negative.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.